YouTube as well. So that's pretty much live there now, I believe. Yeah, that's now live on YouTube as well. Okay, so what we're going to do, as you can see, look, I've got another phone here. So that's actually live on YouTube at the same time. I'm going to set it up so it actually it works perfectly. Okay, good. Now we're live on both channels. So we're going to do this driving test success. This is the 4-in-1 theory test kit app you can get from the App Store or the Play Store, whatever you use. Whether you're Android or Apple, it doesn't really matter. These works on both devices. It'll work on your phone. It'll work on your tablet as well, iPad or get tablet, whatever else you use. Okay, so search it up. It only costs £4.99, so it's under £5 for this app, and it is very, very, very good. It's the app I've been using for many years. And it's the app that I recommend all of my driving school pupils to actually get as well. And I've been an instructor for now just over 17 years. I qualified in early 2006, so yeah, I'm probably older than most. Been teaching longer than most of you have been alive. So get this app, and then you can practice it. So we're going to do the theory test. If I can just switch this pencil on first of all, we're going to do this theory test. Okay, now what you can actually do for part of this, you can actually click on this mock test and do 50 questions, but that's going to take us a while. So we're not going to do that. We're going to do where it says practice revision questions, as always do. And you can actually, when you go into this, you can choose any category that you want. All right, we're going to do all the categories but the videos. So we're going to do all these other categories as well. Here, you can actually click on that one. You can have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, or you can do all the questions if you're really brave. We're going to stick with 20 questions because, like I said, what we're going to do is a breakdown. We're going to do a breakdown of the questions, okay? Questions and the answers, so that you start to understand what you guys are learning. Yeah, it's about understanding what you guys are learning. And that's the best way to sort of think about it. Don't memorize the answers, the questions and the answers even. Understand what you're learning. Understand what you're learning, okay? Guys, we are going to stay on topic. That's fine. I will answer other questions later on as well, so after we've ended these the live on YouTube. So I'm live on YouTube right now and also on TikTok at the same time. Clever with technology. Okay, let's click start practice. Here's question number 1. What does this road marking mean? This road marking. Now, this is quite a simple one. There's not many road markings. You can just see that one center line there, can't you? What does it mean? Does it mean A, no overtaking allowed, B, you're approaching a hazard, C, no stopping, or D, don't cross the line? A, B, C, or D? Kieran is saying hazard ahead. Lara is saying B as well. Big Flipper is saying you're approaching a hazard. Remy saying B, Stacey saying B, Lady, somebody says B as well. Screen's moving really fast. Mum C saying B, Christopher saying A. Stacey's saying B, Smuggy's saying B. Right, most of you are actually saying B. You're approaching a hazard ahead. Okay, there's somebody, a couple of said A, no overtaking allowed. Now, if it was no overtaking allowed, that would be a solid line, wouldn't it? Yeah, do you remember that? It'd be a solid line, so that we know it's not no overtaking allowed. Now, let's look at the difference in the actual shape. The actual lines. So what we've got long lines and small gaps, haven't we? Yeah, look at that here. We've got small gaps, long lines. Sometimes you'll have long gaps and short lines. Yeah, do you know what the differences are? So the big lines and the short gaps means you've got a hazard coming up ahead, and the hazard here is this bend in the road. You can probably just see it in the picture. Okay, so if it was short lines and big gaps, that's just a lane separator. Easy? Does that make sense? Now that you see it, you'll be like, oh yeah, okay. So when you see a short gap and big lines, you know it's a hazard coming up ahead. So yeah, so B is the correct answer. Most of you are saying B. A couple of D's coming through, I can see now. Zay has just said D. Dennis Diver is saying B as well. Yeah, good. Okay, right, so we're going to go with B. Okay, question 2. What does this sign mean? Very simple, this one. Very simple. Does it mean cycle route ahead? Cyclists must dismount. Cycle in single file, or cyclists aren't allowed? A, B, C, or D? Now remember, guys, first of all, look at the shape of the sign. We know it's a triangle. Look at the color of the sign. We know it's a red. Okay, so you can look at the shape, the color, and then the content, okay? And that gives you, a much better idea of what's happening. Hi, Aisha. I'm good, thanks. How are you? Keep making those comments over on YouTube channel as well, please, Isha, if you can. I'll much appreciate that. Right, now I can see quite a few saying A. There's a few D's coming through, actually. Cycles aren't allowed. So everyone that's saying D, there's many D's coming through, actually. Yeah, Robert, you got it right. It's a warning. It's a hazard warning sign, isn't it? It's not an order sign. So remember, cycles aren't allowed. It have to be in a circle. But this is in a triangle, so we know it's a hazard warning sign. Yeah, it's a hazard warning sign. So does it tell you cyclists must dismount? Nope, not really. Cycling single file? No, it does not tell us that. Cyclists aren't allowed? No, it's not an order sign. It's a hazard warning sign. So, cycle route ahead. A is the correct answer on this one. Yeah, A is the correct answer. Portia saying A, Christina is saying A, Nasapa saying A, Robert just got a smiley face on there. Not a smiley face, a cool face. Oh, he's saying A though. Portia saying A as well. Yeah, if you want to, guys, you can also, on this app, you've got this hint button here as well. Okay, so if you click on that, where there's a cycle route ahead, a sign will show a bicycle in a red warning triangle. That's exactly what we saw. Watch out for children on bicycles and cyclists rejoining the main road. Yeah, so lots of little clues there. Lots of clues. So we know A is the correct answer. Yeah, A is the correct answer. Well done, guys. Okay, question 3 is, when must you use dipped headlights during the day? When must you use dipped headlights during the day? Is it all the time you're driving? When you're driving along narrow streets, when you're driving in poor visibility, or when you're parked up, or when you're parking even. Right, Tai is saying C, Chloe's saying C, Grace is saying poor visibility, Nikki's saying C, Lady's saying C, Reem, Portia, SG, Hussein, is that Brainia? You're all saying C. Aliyah is saying C. Yeah, you're all saying C. Actually, what's C? When you're driving in poor visibility. Yeah, kind of makes sense, doesn't it? In fact, every single one of you on screen. Alex Peter saying C as well. Nikki, I just passed my theory. Well done. Yeah, all saying C. Maze has just said A though, actually. You just said A. It's not the correct answer. C is the correct answer. So let's have a look. Daytime. Obviously, we know it's going to be daylight. You don't need to use your dipped headlights unless, yep, the visibility is very poor. So let's say it's daytime, but it's gone really dull and it's going about to rain or something, okay? Or it's already raining. Yeah, put your dipped headlights on, not your full beam or your main beam, your dipped headlights, right? Or it might be foggy, but during the day, yep, use your headlights. Simple as that. Hi, Richard. Okay, so all the time you're driving, now you can have your dipped headlights on all the time you're driving. No law against it. That's absolutely fine. Just makes people aware really far in the distance that you are there. So that's actually a good idea. When you're driving on a narrow street, not necessarily. When you're parking, no, you don't need your lights on when you're parking. So remember, this is it. When must you dip your headlights? Sorry, use your dipped headlights. Okay, and the answer is yeah, C. Good. Question 4. A horse rider is in the left-hand lane approaching a roundabout. Where should you expect the rider to go? A horse rider is in the left-hand lane approaching a roundabout. Where should you expect the rider to go? Is it in any direction? To the right, to the left, or straight ahead? A, B, C, or D? Dennis is saying A. Badis is saying A. Radza is saying A. Nikki is saying A. Nasap is saying A. Alex Peter saying A. Portia saying A. Trish is saying A. Grace is saying A. In any direction? Yeah, that's also an A as well. Yeah, pretty much most of you saying A. Harry's just said C. Somebody else has also said C. Is it Werty? And then Aquim has just also said C as well. Let's look at what C is to the left. Okay, so there's a bit of a misleading section in this, in the question. Where should you expect the rider to go? It really should be, where should you expect the horse to go? Yeah, the horse can go anywhere it wants to, right? If it's startled, the horse might go left, right, straight ahead. It might bolt backwards or whatever else. The rider has no control after that, okay? Remember, it's a horse rider. So, yeah, you have to expect that horse and the rider to go in any direction, okay? It's not like a car where, if you're in the left-hand lane approaching a roundabout, you know it's going to go left, or it's going to go right, or they're going to go straight ahead. This is a horse. So they're very, very, very unpredictable, and they can go in any direction. Yeah, so most of you are actually getting the correct answer, which is great. In fact, probably about 95% of you said A, which is perfect. A few of you actually were saying C to the left, and that would be the wrong Wrong sign. Asan, you never say my name. Asan Jamil, there we are. I've just said Asan Jamil's name 3 times there. There you go. I hope you're happy now, buddy. I think a lot of you think this isn't actually live, do you? You think it's actually recorded until I actually shout your name, and now you know I am actually live for real. There you go. Okay, right, so let's click A in any direction, and let's click on to the next question. Okay, this one is super easy, right? What must you do when you see this sign? What should you do if you see this sign? Stop only if children are waiting to cross. Stop even if the road is clear. Stop only if traffic is approaching. Stop only if a red light is showing. Okay, again, look at the shape, look at the color, and look at the content. In fact, this is the only sign you'll see on the roads that is this shape. You're not going to see any other shape this sign. You're not going to see any sign this shape, shall I say. You're all saying B. Footballers just said A, though. Stop only if children are waiting to cross. Nope, that's dangerous. Yeah. Stop means stop. You have to stop. Okay. You normally see it at like a T junction, don't you? You normally see it at a T junction most of the time anyway. Yeah, Rob is saying this is an order, you must stop. Technically, it's not an order sign, which is a circle, but yes, this is ordering you must physically come to a stop, okay, a standstill. Most likely when you're coming out of that T junction, the visibility is really, really, really poor, so you must stop the vehicle, okay? Now, on a driving test, guys, if you pull up to this stop sign and just keep rolling forwards, check, and keep rolling and keep moving, you will fail the driving test because you've disobeyed the order. Yeah, it's a stop sign. You must physically come to a standstill. Make sure you're checking both ways, and then when it's safe, creep out slowly because the visibility is going to be very, very, very poor. Yeah. Okay, let's look at A. So a couple of you said A. Stop only if children are waiting to cross. No, you must stop. Yeah. Stop only if traffic is approaching. Well, the thing is, you can't actually see if traffic is approaching. Yeah, because it's an accident blind spot. Okay. Stop only if a red light is shown. No. No. This is nothing to do with traffic lights. This is a stop sign on its own. So, yeah, stop even if the road is clear. Well, you know it's going to be clear. You're not going to be seeing it's clear. Yeah, good. Most of you said B in any case. Right, guys, so if you like how I'm explaining things, how I'm breaking the questions and the answers down, click the follow button there at the top next to my name. And even over on YouTube, subscribe. Subscribe right now. Like this live as well, and leave a comment as well. Leave any questions on this video or in any of the comment sections or any of my previous videos as well. More than happy to answer anything. So that's right, I can see lots of likes coming through. Sorry, lots of follows coming through, which is excellent. Yonat, thank you very for the heart meet. Much appreciate that. Okay, did I click the correct one? Stop even if the road is clear. Yes, I did. Question 6. You're traveling on a narrow section of road. What should you do if a horse rider ahead is riding in the center of the lane? Think what we just spoke about earlier on. Think what we just spoke about. So guys, I can see a few of you asking, what is this app? This is the 4-in-1 Theory Kit app. You can get it on the Play Store. It's just under £5. And you only pay once. That's it. You only pay once and you can have it forever. It's a brilliant. I've been using it for a good 6-7 years now, actually. Probably even longer now, thinking about it. Okay, right. I can see lots of people saying D on this one. Let's look at the answers as well. Sound your horn to alert them to your presence. Get up close behind to encourage them to move aside. Move across to the right and try to ease past them. Or stay behind and allow them to ride in this position. Go back to a few questions ago when we talked about the horse. What could the horse do? The horse can go in any direction, can't it, yeah? So, you're traveling on a narrow section of the road. So pick out the key words as well. You know the road is really narrow. What should you do if a horse rider is riding in the middle of the lane or the center of the lane? Let's look at A. Sound your horn to alert them to the present. You are going to scare the horse. You're going to start the horse. The horse might just jump, bolt, wherever. You might injure the horse rider. They might fall off. So A is not a good idea. Don't sound your horn, okay? Pull up close behind to encourage them to move aside. Nope, that's again going to scare the horse, isn't it, yeah? So we don't want to pull up next. Keep your distance back. It's a horse rider, okay? And it's a very narrow road. We know that. Move across to the right and try to ease past them. Nope. It's a narrow section of road. Again, you're going to scare the horse. It's not safe to actually do that, all right? So D would make the same common sense answer. It's the safest option as well, yeah? Stay behind and allow them to ride in this position. Excuse me. I can see lots of D's coming through anyway. Thanks for all the new followers as well. Really appreciate that as well. Like I said, if you're finding this really useful, really helpful, there's lots of these content over on my YouTube as well. I'll upload. So I am live on YouTube at the same time as TikTok here right now. So yes, Jo says I passed the test today. Thanks for this. This helps. Well done, Jo. Jo, well done. Okay, right, so let's click on D. Sorry, I've just read a comment that made me giggle. Stay behind and allow them to run in position. Yeah, okay, let's click next. 7. What does this sign here mean? What does this sign here mean? So, end of 20 mile an hour zone, minimum speed of 30 mile an hour, no vehicles over 30 tons, or new speed limit of 20. A, B, C, or D. Joey's saying A every time. B saying B, Tagvo saying A, Nasap is saying A, Harmon is saying B. Right, lots of A's and B's coming through. There's a couple of D's coming through as well. I can see on the screen. Maze is saying B, Way Success is saying A, Porsche is saying A, User 4546 saying A. Simon said, how is it not A? How is it not A? What's the app? This is the 4-in-1 theory test kit. You can get it on the Play Store. The link is in my TikTok bio, actually. So if you click on my TikTok, you can see that Linktree link. Yeah, you'll see the link there. I'll also drop a link down over on YouTube as well in the description as well. Right at the top of the description, you'll find a link to where you can get this app, guys, as well. So it's the best app that there is, yeah. Cost a £5, less than a £5. So yeah, there you go. Okay, let's have a look. End of 20 mile an hour zone. The clue is just there, isn't it? The clue tells us, look here, it says 20, it's greyed out, the strike zone ends. And now we've got a new speed limit coming through, okay? So the maximum speed you can do is it's 30 on this side. So we know that's right. Let's look at answer B, minimum speed limit 30. It's not a minimum, this is a maximum. So we know B is the wrong answer. No vehicles over 30 tons. Nope, this is nothing about the weight limit. It's about the speed limit, yeah? D is new speed limit 20. No, that 20 zone ends. We know the 20 zone ends, so we know the new speed limit coming up is going to be a 30. You've just passed a 20 zone. It's now ended. Now you're approaching a maximum 30 zone. Yeah, does that make sense? So yeah, the answer is A, end of 20 zone. You're entering into a 30. Excellent. Okay, question 8 is, what's the nearest you may park to a junction? Is it 15 meters, 12 meters, 20 meters, or 10 meters? A, B, C, or D. Let's see how many of you get this answer correct. Okay, anybody over on YouTube want to answer it as well? Feel free to put it up on the screen. Sophie is saying D, Elegant Girl is saying A, Homegrown is saying A as well. Layli is saying A, Sophie is saying D. My Sweetness is in IDK. I don't know. If you don't know, guys, absolutely fine to write IDK. That's absolutely perfectly fine. Right, lots of C's and D's coming through. Faith is saying A. Actually, sadly, there's lots of incorrect answers coming through here. Lots of incorrect answers. Amir is saying A. Kate is saying D. Bad is saying D. JK is saying, JK Jane is saying, I don't know. Nobody listened to this one. Says, I don't know what he's on about. No idea. Nobody listens to this one. Oh, yeah, true. Sorry, nobody listens to this one. Yeah, Stevie, you're absolutely right. A lot of people park way too close to the junctions. Way too close. Right, now, I can see many incorrect answers, actually, on this one. Let's look at the hint. The answer actually is D, 10 meters away. You should be no more than 10... Sorry, you should not park any closer than 10 meters away from any junction, okay? If you park really close to the junction, you're going to block the visibility of any people trying to come out that junction, okay? So 15 is probably too far. 12 is a bit too far. 10 is, yeah, a bit too far. But I mean, that's good, actually. The minimum you should be is 10 meters away, okay? So let's look at the hints anyway. Don't park within 10 meters or 32 feet of a junction unless in an authorized parking place. This is to allow drivers emerging from or turning into that junction a clear view of the road that they're joining. It also allows them to see hazards such as pedestrians or cyclists at the junction as well. There we go. Easy. So we know D is the correct answer. Okay, Katie, what app is this? As I have my theory end of the month, this is the 4-in-1 theory app. The link is in my TikTok bio. If you look on my TikTok bio, you'll see the Linktree link there. If you click on that, it will take you through to this app as well. Okay, click the 4-in-1 theory app at the top of that link and you'll see it. Okay, so question 9. You're carrying 2 13-year-old children and their parents in your car. Who's responsible for seeing that the children wear seatbelts? Who's responsible to see that the children wear seatbelts? they're 13 years old. Okay, is it the children's parents, the front seat passenger, the children, or you, the driver? Jaylee says you, Juliana says D, Amir says D, Brain says D, Yana says D, Lee says D, SK says D, Hannah, Portia, Dr. Imran is saying D as well, Lady is saying D, Adila is saying D as well, Kay Jane is saying D as well. Yeah, pretty much all you saying D actually. There's a C just come through, user 4233. The C, the children. Why not D? Somebody says, why not D? Joe Hidori, I'm not going to repeat that. What topic are these? Are we doing all the topics, but the videos? We're doing all the topics. Okay, yeah, D is the correct answer, actually. You, the driver, is responsible because the children are under 14 years old. Okay, so if you're carrying passenger under 14 years old, it is the driver's responsibility. The driver's responsibility. Even though those kids' parents are in the car, it is the driver's ultimate responsibility, okay? Another thing to think about, guys, is when you're driving your car, who are you going to have in your car? Your family, your friends, people that you care, people that you love. Yeah, you're not going to have a random stranger in your car unless you're a taxi driver. So yeah, you know that you are ultimately the responsible person. Yeah, personally for me, even if I've got an adult in my car, I make sure that they're wearing seatbelts as well. Put the seatbelt on, even if they're 30, 40 years old. I don't care. Put your seatbelt on, okay? Because although I'm going to be a good, safe driver, somebody out there might have different ideas and cause danger to you. No matter how good in control you are, there's always a way to have accidents, yeah? Yeah, so it's not the Connie, it's not the children, it's not common sense. The law, we're talking about law here, okay, Connie? So it is actually you, the driver. You are responsible, okay, for making sure that the people under 14 are wearing seatbelts. So D is the correct answer. Let's look at hint. Seatbelt saves lives and reduces the risk of injury. If you're carrying passengers under 14 years old, it's your responsibility as the driver to ensure that their seatbelts are fastened or they're seated in an approved child restraint. There we go. Easy as that. Okay, let's click on to the next question. Question number 10, we're halfway. So guys, if you're liking what I'm doing, how I'm breaking the questions and the answers down and explaining everything, click the follow button. Click the follow button, and also over on my YouTube, subscribe as well. Click the subscribe button and like this video as well, please. I'd really, really, really appreciate that as well. So guys, those of you on TikTok watching this right now or live on TikTok, you can watch this back over on my YouTube later on as well. I've got many more of these live events on YouTube. So I explained a lot of the questions, a lot of the answers, and it makes it a lot easier for yourself. So if you're on here TikTok right now, make sure later on that you're subscribing over onto my YouTube as well. I'd really appreciate that. And you can learn so much more as well. Question 10. What should you do when you park at night on a road that has a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit? And I can already see lots of answers coming through as well. Leave your parking lights switched on. Leave dipped headlights switched on. Park facing the traffic or park near a street light. A, B, C, or D? Reese is saying D. Is it Rotich is saying A. Sylvester is saying D. Hom is saying D. Reese is saying D. User saying A. So Jack is saying C, I think. Nazim is saying C. This screen is going really quickly, actually, which is really good. We've got over 300 people watching this live over on TikTok right now, which is excellent. Kieran is saying D. Yasin is saying A. Right, lots of mixed answers coming on the game. Parrot said, what's the difference between A and B? Good question. Good question. So your dipped headlights will be your main headlights, wouldn't it? Yeah, not your main beam or your dip or your full beam, but your headlights will be left on. That means that's going to drain your battery. Okay, your parking lights. I have actually done a video on my TikTok about what a parking light is. Now, if you go back and scroll onto my video later on, after we end this live, you will actually see what it is, or I might even show you later on. Okay, once we've ended the YouTube live, I'll show you this later on. So that's what your parking lights are. Parking lights will only come on one side. It's either going to be your lights on the left hand side or your right hand side only. Yeah, that's what your parking lights are, rather than your dipped headlights. Face park in the traffic, or park facing the traffic, shall I say? Yeah, or park near a street light. So let's look at the hint on this one. You must park. You must use parking lights when parking at night on a road or in a lay-by on a road with a speed limit greater than 30 miles an hour. You must also park in the direction of the traffic flow and not close to a junction. Okay, guys, that's the hint there. What do you think the answer is now then? So now that they've looked at the hint, what do you think the answer is? Because there's lots of mixed answers coming on. Let me show you that hint again. You must use parking lights when parking at night. What's the answer? Charlie's now saying A. Nessa's saying A. Jaylee's saying A. Portia's saying A. Yeah. Jamie's saying must. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, leave your parking lights switched on. Yeah. It is obviously a faster road, dangerous road. Most likely if it's 40, it's going to be a busier road. Yeah. Hannah's saying A still. Excellent. Yeah, we've all said A from the start. Not all of you. Most of you said A, but there was lots of like D's and C's and whatever else coming through as well. Okay. Question 11. When should you check the engine oil level? When should you check the engine oil level? Is it before a long journey, early in the morning, every time you drive the car, or when the engine is hot? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D. Now, guys, actually, I can think of two potential answers on this one, actually. When should you check the engine oil level? Right, Leslie saying A, Tafgo saying A, Jonas is saying A, Jamie saying C, Jaylee is also saying C. Every time you drive the car. A or C says Charlie. You don't want to check it every single time you drive the car. That's going to be, too often, isn't it? Unless you know you've got an oil leak. If you know you got an oil leak or you've got an issue, then yeah, you would have to check it. But you'd obviously get it fixed first, wouldn't you? Okay. Let's look at the other options. Before a long journey, then that would make common sense because you need to have, a certain amount of oil in your car, in the engine, for it to work efficiently and properly, okay? Especially if you've got a long journey. Early in the morning, no, not a good idea because your engine's going to be cold. Hint, hint. Every time I drive the car, not necessarily, yeah? When the engine is hot, now ideally you want to check your engine oil level when the engine is hot anyways. That's actually a good option, yeah? But the answer in this case is A. It is definite before you start a long journey, definitely check your engine oil. Let's go the hint. An engine could use more oil during long journeys than on shorter trips. Insufficient engine oil is potentially dangerous. It can lead to excessive wear, mechanical breakdown, and expensive repairs. Most cars have a dipstick to allow the oil level to be checked. If not, you should refer to the vehicle handbook. Exactly, there it is. Jamie says, this has scrambled my brain, Jamie. Why is it scrambled your brain, Jamie? What do you mean? What do you mean? There's a couple of potential answers. You want to check engine oil level when the engine is warm because the oil is more runny. Yeah, it's warmed up. It's not a bit more thick or something like that. Okay, and then if it is showing, really close to your minimum level, top it up to your maximum level or thereabouts, okay? Only top it up at like a quarter litre at a time and keep checking it. You don't want to overfill it. You don't want to go over the maximum as well. You can break your oil seals and the engine will have to work harder as well, okay? So A is the correct answer. Almost got that wrong there, didn't I? A is the correct answer before a long journey, yeah? Question 12 is, what's most likely to waste fuel? What's most likely to waste fuel, okay? Using different brands of fuel, under-inflated tyres, reducing your speed, or driving on motorways. A, B, C, or D? Jamie says, if I had a car, I'd check everything before any drive. Just want to make sure I'm safe. Not a bad shout, Jamie, to be fair, but you don't need to check your oil, that often. Every time I get in the car, I walk around the car to make sure, the main thing, my tyres are okay. There's no damage to the tyres or they're not flat or anything before I jump in the driving seat and whatever else. And then, as I'm driving, that will tell me whether oil level is correct or not, as long as you've got a modern-ish kind of like car. Right, I can see lots of B's and C's coming on here. Rubina says B for Baz. Excellent, I love that. David is saying B, is the Porsche saying B. Under-inflated tyres. Sham is saying D, driving on motorways. Jamie says, I'm thinking B. Yeah. Jamie, you might be onto something here, buddy. You might be onto something here. Okay, let's look at the answers. Using different brands of fuel. It's not likely to waste fuel. Waste fuel. It's something you need to do to be able to waste fuel, okay? Under-inflated tyres. So yeah, if your tyres are not pumped up properly, it makes your car work harder. So that's going to waste fuel, definitely, okay? Reducing your speed? No, that's going to save you fuel. If you reduce your speed, you're gonna save fuel, yeah? Driving on motorways, well, depending on what speed you're in, what gear you're in, that can actually be pretty much more efficient because it's not having to stop, start like you would on town streets or something like that, okay? So yeah, driving on motorways can be sometimes a little bit more efficient fuel-wise than town driving, yeah? RY says I downloaded the app yesterday. It's so good. It is. This app is very good, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, B is the correct answer on this one, guys. Well done. You've got it right. B is the correct answer. Okay, question 13 is, you're in the left-hand lane at traffic lights waiting to turn left. Which signal means you must wait? Which signal means you must wait? Is it A, B, C, or D? You're in the left-hand lane at the traffic lights waiting to turn left. Which signal means you must wait? Hussein is saying A, Lex is saying A, Bex is saying D. Pen stopped working. Oh no, there it has. Oh, I'm already on it. Already on it. That's why it wasn't working. Right, Jaylee's also saying D. Lots of D's coming through on this one. Ghost is saying D. Speedy saying A. Dr. Imran is saying C. That one. So let's look at the question again. You're in the left-hand lane at the traffic lights waiting to turn left, which signal means you must wait. So let's look at this one. So let's look at A in order. Let's look at them all in order, okay? So we know it says red and amber. What does red and amber mean? Red and amber means wait, prepare, get ready. Does not mean go, yeah? So that's a potential one, yeah? Let's look at B. B, we've got your green round light, and also you've got your filter arrow as well. And it's telling you can turn left. So we know B, in this case, is not the correct answer. Remember, the question is, which signal means you must wait? This one you can go. So B is good. This is fine. C, if you want to go straight ahead, you can't go straight because you're on a red light, but you can turn left. You can turn left. Okay? D, now I can see a lot of you people are saying D. This one, my pencil has actually switched off, actually. Right, D, you can still go left. Yeah? This is most likely going to be, your green arrow comes on if the cars opposite you have got a red light, which means you can carry on with your filter light. Here, you can turn left, just be aware. Okay? So the answer here is A. Jamie said, I'm still thinking C. C is the wrong answer. C means you can turn left. Remember, the question is, which signal means you must wait? Read the question. Which signal means you must wait? I'm going to pop that down there so a little bit more, actually. You can get a bit less of a reflection of this, my window behind me. Okay, so A is the answer. Okay, let's look at the hint. At some junctions, there may be a separate signals for different lanes. These are called filter lights, or the filter arrow. They're designed to help traffic flow at major junctions. Make sure you're in the correct lane and proceed if the way is clear and the green light shows for your lane. Okay? So it doesn't really give us the answer as such, but yeah, we're looking at the different types of traffic lights there are and what you need to do and how it all works. Easy way, okay? Easy way. Okay, right, so we're going to go with A on this one, okay? Yeah, mostly, well, actually, quite a lot of you were saying A, but there was lots of mixed confusion. Does that all make sense, guys? Do you start to understand what I've just done there? Does it make sense? Easy says we're learning. Excellent, good. Reese is saying, is there an Apple App Store link? Yes, there is, Reese. If you go to my TikTok bio, on my front page of my bio, look for the Linktree link. If you click on that, it will take you to my links, and then click the top one which says 4-in-1 Theory app. Yeah, and takes you straight to this app, okay? It makes sense now, says Porsche. Excellent, good stuff. Yeah, good. Okay, let's gonna go with A. I so hope I'm right here. I'm so hope I'm right. Holly, the app costs $4.99. Okay, so it's just under a $5, as you know. I've got to say that for YouTube, I think. Okay, question 14. What should you do when you leave your car unattended for a few minutes? Park near a traffic warden. Lock it and remove the key. Leave the engine running, switch the engine off, but leave the key in. Now, which one kind of makes common sense and the safest option? Okay, you don't want a car to be stolen, do you? Okay, park near a traffic warden. Well, how's that going to matter? You're going to just leave your car for a few minutes, okay? Lock it and remove the key. Would kind of make the most common sense, wouldn't it? I can see lots of people saying B. There's a couple of C's coming through. Leave the engine running. Why would you leave the engine running? Your car's going to get stolen, yeah? Or you're wasting fuel, which is not good. Switch the engine off, but leave the key in. Come on, guys. Think about this. None of you saying D, so that's good. D, I mean, if you leave the key in, your car's gonna get it's gone. It's gonna get stolen. Not good. So the most common sense answer and the safest option is B. Lock it and remove the key. Obviously, put the key in your pocket and then go wherever you need to go for those few minutes. Yeah. All right, guys. So if you're liking how I'm explaining things, click the follow button. and the subscribe button over on YouTube as well. You can see this video back on YouTube later on, along with other live theory test apps that I've done. Sessions that I've done, so you can really start to understand how I'm teaching you to break the question down, break the answers down as well, and think about what makes common sense. Yeah, just make sure I've clicked the correct one. Yeah. Okay, question 15 is, what should the driver of the car approaching the crossing do? What should the driver of the car approaching the crossing do here? Okay, so we're talking about this car. What should do as you're approaching this crossing? So there's a little kid waiting to cross. There's a man waiting to cross there. There's the zebra crossing. What do you think you should do? Continue at the same speed. Sound the horn. Drive through quickly. Or slow down and get ready to stop. Right. Now, if any of you get the wrong answer on here, I'm booting you off the live. I'm joking. Right. Mumsy's saying D. Lady Meg is saying D. Joey's saying D. Cassie's saying D. Dr. Imran is saying D. Style by Sandy is saying C. Drive through quickly. That's very dangerous. That's really dangerous, yeah? In fact, pretty much 99% of you are saying D. I've only seen one person say C. Ibrahim is saying D. Aaron is saying D as well. Tyler, that's naughty. Don't do that. Account deleted is saying C as well. You're saying C. C is the wrong answer, guys. C is the wrong answer. Account deleted, okay? So continue at the same speed. No, because look, somebody's waiting to cross. You're at a zebra crossing. You have to stop. You must stop and let these people cross, okay? If somebody's waiting at the crossing, in fact, look, you can see by the way his leg is shaped, he's already starting to walk across, all right? Doesn't come across in the photo, or if it's a video, you'd see it very clearly, but you can see he's about to cross. Nobody stands like that, do they? Unless you're a girl waiting for a photo taken. Strange, but there it is. Okay, so you must stop, okay? Sound the horn. Nope. You've got to stop. That's it, yeah? You don't want to sound your horn. You can do if you're going to make them aware of your presence, but there's no need here. You have to stop. Drive through quickly. Dangerous. Very, very, very dangerous because you're going to knock people over, yeah? You're gonna knock people over. Now I can see account delete is just being a bit of a silly sausage on here. You're not going to repeat what you said there. I'm just going to put you on mute in a moment, mate, if you don't start behaving. Slow down and get ready to stop is the correct answer, yeah? You can't drift there either. No, C, D is the correct answer. Slow down and get ready to stop. That is what the law says. And it's also for safety. It's for safety as well. Almost there, guys. Question 16. The road is wet. Why would a motorcyclist steer around drain covers while they are cornering? Okay, the road is wet. To prevent the motorcycle sliding on the metal drain covers. To avoid splashing pedestrians on the pavement. To avoid puncturing the tyres on the edge of the drain covers. Or to help judge the bend using the drain covers as marker points. A, B, C, or D. Cassie's saying A. YMR50 saying A as well. Evie saying A. As somebody said first one. YMR50, are you a bike rider? That sounds like a motorbike. That sounds like a motorbike to me, actually. I know nothing about bikes and motorbikes, actually, but yeah. So, Leandra says it passed last Friday. Excellent, well done. Yes, it is a bike. I thought it might be. Layla says A. Sydney's saying so annoying. I'm not sure what annoying about this as well. Somebody just says shush. Oh, thank you very much. Random girl says A. Palmjit says A. Yeah, I am. I thought so. There you go. Sat next to my motorbike now. It's definitely not A. Somebody says, come on. Okay, so A is the actual correct answer. Yeah. So when obviously the metal drain covers are wet, they become very slippery. Yeah, they become very, very, very slippery. So that's why motorcyclists steer around those metal drain covers. Okay, while they're taking corners or even on a normal road, they will slip on, and obviously they don't want to. Okay. Let's look at the other answers on it. B, to avoid splashing pedestrian on the pavement. That could be an answer. Could be feasible. To avoid punching the tyres on the edge of the drain covers. Yeah, again, potentially could happen. You never know. Or to help judge the bend using the drain covers as a marker point. Nope, that's not the one. Okay, so A is the correct answer. To prevent the motorcycle sliding on the metal drain covers. Yeah, excellent. Well done. Random girl says, next question, please. Just have some patience. I'm explaining things for everybody on the live. And there's 674 people on the live, not just you. So yes, random girl, you will be muted if you keep saying next question, please. Right, we're going to go on the next question because I want to go on the next question. Question 17 is, what does the term blind spot mean? Blind spot. Is it A, an area not visible to the driver? An area Random girl, I'm expecting to get all these answers correct now because you're obviously rushing and you're in a rush, so I'm expecting every single answer correct from you. An area not covered by your headlights, an area covered by your left-hand mirror, or an area covered by your right-hand mirror. A, B, C, or D. This one's really easy. All of you should know what a blind spot is. If you don't know what a blind spot is, just say, I don't know, and I'll quickly explain what a blind spot is. Everybody's saying A. An area not visible to the driver. Yeah, everyone is saying A. Excellent. Apart from somebody just said D, LOL. Oh, another comedian saying next one, please. There are loads of comedians in the room tonight. Today, this morning, this afternoon. I don't forgot what time it is. Aisha saying A as well. Yes, it's because it's covered by your pillar in your car. Yeah, so blind spot is obviously an area that you can't see, and then you got your pillars, you got your pillars. These ones are called A pillars, B pillars, and the corner ones are C pillars. Yeah, A pillars, B pillars, and C pillars. Easy way. Sorry if it's slightly out of focus. There, A, B, and C pillars. Easy. They block your visibility as well. Oh my God, lots of people now saying next question. We've got so many comedians in the room now. Love it. Okay, and not visible to the driver. Question 18. How far are you allowed to reverse? How far are you allowed to reverse? Okay, the length of a residential street. That's a long way. As far as it takes to reverse around a corner, no more than a car's length, or no further than is necessary. A, B, C, or D. So again, on this one, think what kind of makes common sense. And officers of safety, you don't know reverse for a long period of time, do you? Because you might be causing issues somewhere else as well. Yeah. Right, a lot of you saying D, actually. Evan has said B, Holly's saying C, or Lami has just said D. I think Jenny's saying D. Lots of mixed answers coming through on here. Lots of mixed answers. Right, so a lot of you, quite a few have actually got the correct answer, which is good. Jaylee is saying D or C. Rotich is saying I don't know. Okay, let's look at the hint. You mustn't reverse further than is necessary. There's your answer. You may decide to turn your vehicle around by reversing into an opening or a side road. When you reverse, always look look all around you and watch for pedestrians. Don't reverse from a side road onto a main road either, okay? So there's your answer in the first line. You mustn't reverse further than is necessary. Okay, there it is. So D will be the correct answer. Okay, length of a residential street. That's way too. You're reversing too far back. As far as it takes to reverse around a corner. What if you're not reversing around a corner? Okay, no more than a car's length. Well, on the driving test, you need to pull up on the right exercise. The examiner will actually reverse back 2 car lengths. So we know C is not the right one. Okay. So no further than is necessary. We've still got loads of comedians in. Will I do the next question? I will do the next question, guys. Yes, I'm on it next. In fact, that's all of you saying now. Next question, please. Next. Oh, great. There we go. There we go. I knew I shouldn't have said what I said, but there you go. No further than is necessary. Right. Question 19. Thank God we've only got 2 more questions to do, guys, isn't it? Right. You're driving at night with your headlights on main beam. A vehicle is overtaking you. When should you dip your headlights? So hopefully you know the difference between main beam and dipped beam. Yeah, main and dipped beam, all right? Or main beam and full beam is the same thing, by the way, okay? So I can see lots of Bs coming through, okay? I can see lots of Bs. Before the vehicle starts to pass you, as soon as the vehicle passes you, only if the other driver dips their headlights, or sometime after the vehicle has passed you. So let's look at this one. Shazza saying A, Tagler saying B, Porsche saying B as well. Lots of A's and B's coming through, actually. Random girl saying explain, please. I will. I'll explain this, random girl, after I move on to the next question. I'm joking. Tana's saying between A and B. Right, okay, so it could be A or B, couldn't it? But ideally, A would make the common sense answer here, okay? So let's have a look at before the vehicle starts to pass you, so you're not blinding them. When it's this one, is as soon as the vehicle passes you, that might catch them. They might catch your full beam in their left door mirror, which might blind them a little bit, okay? Only if the other driver dips the headlights. No, that's just silly, isn't it? Yeah. You dip your headlights straight away, okay? Don't wait. Sometime after the vehicle has passed you, where you're going to be blinding them. So we know it's not C and it's not D. It's not those two. So it's going to be A or B. I reckon it's A, before the vehicle starts to pass you. Let's look at the hint. On main beam, your lights could dazzle the driver in front. Dip your headlights as soon as the driver passes you. As soon as the driver passes you, and drop back so the dip beam falls short of the vehicle in front. Right, let's look at that again. Dip your headlights as soon as the driver passes you. So it's actually B. The answer is B. Yeah, as soon as the driver passes you. Well, to me, before the vehicle starts to pass you, it would be they're almost alongside you, and you switch it off. Yeah, somebody just said, Shazza says, no, this isn't right. I'm kind of agreeing with you that. Alfie says, told you. Sorry, Alfie. Yes, you told me so. But I did say it's either A or B. Okay, I would go for A, personally. All right, I would go for A. However, this app is actually saying B, as soon as the vehicle passes you. Fair enough. All right, let's go for B. I'm hoping it's A though, so I'm hoping we get one wrong. Robert says, "Oh my God, we got 3 wrong." Let's see about that, Robert. Okay, last question, guys. Question number 20. How can you reduce the environmental harm caused by your motor vehicle? Drive faster than normal. Only use it for short journeys. Don't service it, or keep the engine revs low. How can you reduce the environmental harm caused by your motor vehicle? I can see a lot of you saying D now. A lot of you saying D. A couple are saying C. Evan says D, baby. Jaylee saying D with a question mark. Revs low. Yeah, makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. The less you rev, the less fuel you're going to use, the less environmental harm and damage you're causing. Yeah, so yeah. D is a good answer. Drive faster than normal, you're going to use more fuel. You're going to do more environmental harm. Only use it for short journeys. That actually causes more environmental harm as well. Because the engine hasn't warmed up properly, it will actually use more fuel. D, don't service it. No. If you don't service it, that's going to cause more issues as well, okay? So reducing it is keep the engine revs low. We're going to go for D. All right, guys. So if you found this very helpful, this is the last question now. So we're going to have a look at we're going to click finish in a second and look to see how many we got correct. Okay. I'm guessing we got 20 out of 20 anyway. Well, we should do. But there's a potential 19, but somebody just thought we got 3 wrong. Anyway, so if you found this really helpful, useful, click the follow button, click the subscribe button here over on YouTube as well. Make some comments on it, and so on. Excellent. Love that. Okay, so let's click on finish. Let's see what we got. Boom. 20 out of 20. Easy way to do it. 20 out of 20, yeah? Break the question down, guys. That's the way what you need to do to pass the theory test, okay? Take your time with it. Break the question down. Break the answers down. It was A, Shazza. It was A indeed, wasn't it, yeah? Oh, no. It was B. It was B. If we're talking about the correct answer, correct question. Yeah, break the question down, break the answers down, and take your time, guys. Don't rush it, okay? Understand the questions, learn the questions, and understand them. So that when you're driving, you know what you're going to be doing. Don't just memorize them. You got to do these ones properly. Yeah? Did we click A? We'll look at the questions. We'll look at the answers in a second there. We'll look at the answers in a second. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually stay on TikTok right now. I'm just going to end the live over on YouTube as well. So guys, thank you very much for watching on YouTube. Watch the other videos as well. Make sure you're liking this video, leave a comment, watch the other videos, and subscribe. Thank you very much.